Every time the princess smiles, 199 men come to court her. But none of these suitors could have imagined that the princess had a secret quirk. She kept some truly unexpected pets. That day, the princess caught 2 fleas on her puppy and, overjoyed, secretly placed them in a jar of lard to raise them. The 2 fleas spent their days eating and sleeping and eating. In just a month, these fleas, which were originally the size of sesame seeds, grew to the size of piglets. They even broke the jar trying to escape. The princess was overjoyed when she saw this. She immediately ordered someone to skin the fleas, then summoned a shoemaker to craft a unique pair of high-heeled leather boots tailored to her own feet. With these shoes in hand, the princess excitedly proclaimed to the world that whoever could guess what material the shoes were made from, regardless of their wealth or status, she would marry him as her husband. As soon as the news spread, countless talented young men flocked to the palace like fish swimming across a river. Each offered his own guess, naming every bird and beast under the sun, but not a single one could guess the correct answer. This made the princess even more pleased with herself, and she openly mocked and looked down on those around her. Who would have thought that at this moment a red-haired prince had a sudden flash of inspiration and came up with a clever plan? He quietly changed into a set of old clothes like a commoner, and under the cover of night, slipped into the princess's wardrobe, preparing to eavesdrop on the secret of the boots. Sure enough, his efforts paid off. From the conversation between the princess and her servant, he discovered the secret of the boots. It is said that anyone who sees this, as long as they say, after hardship comes happiness, will surely have good fortune and smooth sailing in the days to come. The next day, the prince disguised himself as a beggar and mingled with the other suitors, publicly revealing that the princess's shoes were made from flea skin. Upon hearing this, the princess's face instantly turned pale, and she nearly fainted on the spot. Although she was unwilling in her heart, the princess's pride compelled her to keep her promise and leave the palace with the beggar. However, the hardships of married life far exceeded her imagination, and the days were unbearably bitter. Not only did she lose her life of luxury, but she also had to beg on the streets with her husband to make a living. At night, she had to curl up in a dilapidated wooden hut, and during the day, she was forced to do all kinds of dirty and exhausting work without rest. She was even ordered by soldiers to work in the fields, hoeing the land. But what she never expected was that as soon as she left, her beggar husband secretly hurried back to the palace, changed into splendid clothes, and once again became the spirited prince he truly was. He then went straight to the fields where he spoke harshly to the princess and made things as difficult as possible for her. What was even more malicious was that he ordered someone to secretly slip a silver spoon into the princess's pocket, then loudly accused someone of stealing the spoon. He had everyone searched one by one, and sure enough, the silver spoon was found on the princess. The princess had no way to defend herself and was thrown into the dungeon. In the blink of an eye, 3 months passed. The prince felt the princess had learned her lesson, so he went to the dungeon to release her. When the princess once again put on her familiar luxurious clothes, she felt as if a lifetime had passed. Looking at the red-haired prince before her, who seemed both familiar and strange, the princess finally understood everything. But now, she no longer had her former arrogance. Hand in hand with the prince, she returned to the palace, and the two of them lived happily ever after.